Hello, Parsons Design for Literacy students. This is Marcos, and this is our week 11 or week 10 to 11 briefing video as we are moving through the semester and are in the final stretches of getting our second project done. And I want to just brief you on what's coming up so that you can be sure to be ready and have your best work produced. And just to recap, we had an amazing session at my office on Thursday. Almost all of you came. I'm sorry for those who couldn't make it. And we'll need to take at least a portrait of you, but we had the pictures taken and we had our books available for everyone. And we had review sessions with Demi and myself when I could. And overall, it was a good time. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And I thank you guys for coming over to Brooklyn from Manhattan. And even if it was a little bit rainy, and just and coming in some amazing outfits, by the way. You guys look great. And Hung Tao did a fabulous job shooting the pictures. Right now she is editing them and is planning to provide some selections for you guys to pick from so that then she can output those as files for you to utilize in your book and also just for you guys to have. So hopefully you'll get some great choices, some great pics of yourself and then of you as well. And of course, we're going to be needing you to Photoshop in your storybook so you have a picture of your storybook on the blank book that you took it on. But let's not go by this too fastly because these books that were waiting for you look incredible. And I am so proud of the work you guys did. In just a few short weeks, you've become not only a book author, a book designer, but you're both. You're a storybook designer and an author. You created a book out of nothing. You completely conceptualized it. You wrote it, you illustrated it, you planned it, and now it's in your hands. And as you experienced, it's incredible to see an actual real life analog piece, something that you can keep forever in your hands and a representation of who you are and something that's ready to communicate to other people as well in a beautiful way. Now, I want to put out there that I'll email everybody, but I want to offer for anyone who wants to get additional copies. Each of you get one copy and I get two. And if you want to get more copies, and you should do this because these books are printed by a printer, it's not a digital thing. It's not an automatic thing. So it's not something I can't ask for except for, one more time. And in the future, when we're still working towards launching our storybooks line. So that in the future, we might contact you if we're interested in marketing your book. But in terms of just getting some copies for yourself, I recommend you do at least, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5, like have some extras. Having one is great if that's all you want, but don't lose it because I want you guys to look at this in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and just see the work you did while you were in Parsons. So they're going to be $20 each, and that's what the printer's charging me. I'm not making any money on this. And if you want to get extras, I'm going to put an email and they'll let me know before whatever the date is I say so that I can order some more books for anyone who wants them. And yeah, okay, so great job, everybody. So let's just get into where we're at here. Our schedule for our children's storybook is starting to get lower and lower here, and we're heading towards part 4, which is design finalization. And that pretty much means I'm looking for everyone to get as close as possible to getting your book completed so that we can have a review session on Thursday, the last review session, and then you'll have one more week to complete and produce your final files. So what I decided to do is I think probably the best use of our next class is to have as much class time to work on your pieces. And I mean work on your pieces, not work out, Dohan, like work on your pieces during class time, and to have a schedule of one-on-one sessions with me in like 10 minutes for each person so that I can give you direct feedback and see where you're at. What I want to do is I will be in class in our new classroom. Don't forget, and those who got lost, try again. But I'll leave the option for if you prefer to work in your own space, but you have to be working. You can't be like out somewhere partying or like browsing the internet. I want you working on this project during class time because I want this to be as good as possible. And there's a lot of work to be done. And I have to, as great as some of the presentations were on Thursday, like many of you didn't get a lot done. And of course, we're nice about that, but it's going to catch up to you, and you have to be productive this week. Not just work on Thursday, but like working this weekend, like I am right now on this, and spending as much time as you can. You saw there's going to be results. There's going to be printed results. Got to put the time in, and I want you to have your storybook. Like this is like I don't want you to be a one-hit wonder, like one great storybook, and then it sucked from there. Like I want your storybook next, or your next piece you make to be like even better than your baby board book. So you got the experience now, you know what's expected. So do even better this time. Push for more, make your storybook even cooler and more brilliant than your baby board books. So you have two brilliant pieces. So we'll be meeting with one-on-one sessions on Zoom, and I will be in the classroom doing that so that anyone who wants to be in class, not on Zoom, and they want to work in class and talk to me directly, you're welcome to come in for your session. You're welcome to come in for the entire class period while I'm talking to other people. So it's not like you can't come, you can totally come to class the entire time, meet with me and work like a normal class. But because I'm trying to be innovative in my teaching style, I won't, if it works better for you to stay bunkered up in your room and working nonstop, only one snack time, just one, not two, then that's cool with me, but you got to get stuff done. Okay, so what I want you to do is to consider the feedback you got from Demi and a little bit from me. I didn't get to meet with everybody, but consider the feedback you've gotten. And if you want more feedback before next class session, you want me to talk to you, I can meet with you on Zoom whenever you want, or not whenever, but whenever it works for both of us. So reach out to me, harass me, utilize me. I'm happy to look at your work. And those of you who did miss the class, you need to do that. I don't want to chase you down like I've already started to do. Like, come to me and make sure, that I'm attending to your project and giving you direction, because this is a critical time. So text, should be done by now, but in case it's not, make sure your text is finalized, it's in place in your layouts, and that you've gotten that down. And if you need help with that, like ask a friend, ask us. If you ask me, we can look at it to help you change it or edit it. Work to complete your illustration layouts. That's the big one. Like right now, it's about like focusing in on realizing your vision. Everyone has storyboards. Most of you have them done. Dohan, no names. And if you can make sure that you go through and like make the ideas that you've already proposed in sketch form even better in real form. And of course, you can still be flexible and change things and make sure that you're adjusting as you see how you're progressing. But follow through on that and get these things done. So remember, your final book needs to include 10 spreads, at least minimum. There's 4 dirt pages, 3 in the beginning, 1 in the back. And again, I want to keep saying this, but don't forget, you got to have a title spread. That's got to be one of yours. So there's the first dirt page. There's 2, 3. And then right after that, if I can get this to work, there should be a title spread. And a title spread looks like this. It's like, it's the beginning of the book, and then there's your your name and your credits and the title of the book. So that's got to be there. And then at the end, if you're short, like you can have like a the end at the very end. But if you're even short you need one more spread, then you can even do just like a mood spread like that at the end of the book, or even at the beginning, but at the end is probably better. That kind of ends the book. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have that title spread before your story starts. And then from there, go to have at least 10 spreads. All right, let me share my screen again. I can't talk and do things at the same time. All right, so where were we? We were here. Okay, so send your progress to me if you want. If you want me to send me an email, send me a Slack. Insist on a Zoom session. I'm there for you, and just make sure you update your presentation so that on Thursday you have as much of your book done as possible. And remember the fixed elements. We just talked about them. The front's got the logo. The back's got the UPC code. There's no text on the spine, but there is something on the spine. Like it's just color right there. It's just kind of part of the back, but it should be something there. There's 2 different templates. because there's a cover and then there's the inside pages. So for the inside of the book, remember that this is going to be page 3. We took these pictures, you're going to get them soon. Remember, you need to have some kind of text here that talks about what your book is about, what your story is about. It could be about the moral of the story, and it could be like your design inspiration, but you know what the book is about and what you wanted to try to project in the way you designed your book. That should be in there, as well as like where you're from, like in the region of the country, the region of the world that you're from. And remember that the back has got it's the last page is just our dirt page. And then again, remember the bleed. Like, let's not forget that if you have full page illustrations that go from each edge, then you have to make sure that you incorporate image that goes beyond the live area, like you see here in the last little channel at the edge here, so that when it gets chopped off, it doesn't make your pages cropped more than you expected them to be. So there's a template with the cover and the back together like that, and then there's a template with 24 pages set, and you can add more pages if you need, but do it in 4s, like add 4 more pages, 2 more spreads if you add more pages. And then in here, you're going to drop in your photo once you get it. And then the title spread is marked as title spread under here, but I keep seeing people who don't delete that title. So delete the words title spread, just that's there to remind you, and then put your layouts there. There's the last page. So I put all this on Canvas, and links are there to the Google Drive. Make sure you're updating the Google Drive. The A-making machine is going to go looking for them soon, and if he doesn't see them, the A-making machine might start spitting out curved letter forms that with a straight line that don't look like an A. Maybe they even be a full circle if you're not careful. So make sure you're putting that in there so that the A-making machine makes a very straight A. And then also in the Google Drive, there's class resources. In that class resources, the templates are there in case you need them for both books. And there's an archive of children's storybooks if you want to look at layouts from other students. And yeah, that's about it. So remember to keep focused on your work and to spend your time wisely, because this is a critical week. This is no time to break down. Do not fall in love at this time. Wait till later, please. Don't like make new friends, or don't go shopping, or don't like have some kind of like time-consuming hobby that you develop. Stay focused and make sure you're doing your best work, because we're gonna print these things, and it's gonna be second book in your hands that you'll leave this class with. That's going to be completely incredible if you put the time into it. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday, and I'll send out a schedule on when you'll meet, and it'll probably be the same one as last time, unless somebody has a special need. All right, everybody, thanks so much, and we will see you Thursday.